Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. Once again, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail and continuing with all the new features brought by patch 7.2. Tonight's episodes are going to revolve around the Arcadion, which makes a comeback in this patch. But before we get into that, let's introduce ourselves. First and foremost, I'm CruiseNickX, aka Chris Valentine, your host. Alongside me for the ride are Arya Stormborn.
I swear to God, I hate April Fool's Day.
Lord Fyrax.
Where is the Arya Stormborn?
And Corlash.
And Corlash.
It seems like Corlash has disappeared on us. I can't invite Arya to party. What the huh?
Or I'm just ignoring you.
Yes, why can't you invite Arya to the party? What could be causing the problem?
What in the fuck? Oh, right. I'm the party
Who
leader.
Who happened to log out?
Okay, I'm sorry, so sue me.
Okay.
Will I actually get anything?
It's true. We're broke.
Anywhoozy, the story so far is... Well, when we last left off in the Arcadion, we had just completed and become the champion of the Cruiserweight division, upon which we were confronted by Yaana's sister, Eutrope, who basically just wanted our soul in the female equivalent of Shang Tsung.
Joke's on her. I'm a redhead.
Anywhoozy, but yeah, we defeated her as well. Whereas she dropped the bomb on us that well, basically she says that, you know, every person in the Colosseum should stop using feral souls because using it for too many times causes psychonecrosis, which causes you to become, well, feral. So she's trying to find a way to reverse the process so that no other Arcadion fighters have to deal with this, but we don't know what's going to happen. Meanwhile, we're preparing for the next division of the Arcadion, so without further ado and without further stalling for time, and also because I'm kind of forgetting the story at this point, let's talk to Yaana and continue the Arcadian quest line with the level 100 quest, Souls Under Siege. Hey Chris, you're just the person I wanted to see. Cruiserweight matches have yet to begin, but Naomi and I have made some breakthroughs in our research about psychonecrosis. Come inside, we'll tell you what we've learned.
Ooh.
Into the training yard. All right, Yaana. Before diving into the details, perhaps a refresher is in order. It's a rather complicated affair after all. You had barely been crowned champion of the light heavyweight division before our sister Eutrope challenged you. She was intent on claiming your soul as a means to cure psychonecrosis. The illness appears to afflict those who use feral souls to an excessive degree, those such as Arcadion fighters. We learned from Eutrope that the immortalized, who we thought lived in luxury in the upper levels, are actually dead, taken by the disease. Since that revelation, we've looked for alternative ways to cure psychonecrosis. And we actually have some news to share. It's all thanks to Naomi.
Yay.
Like Eutrope, she has a sense for electrope technology. She's learned to do all sorts of things from tinkering on her own. Oh, Yaana, don't give him the wrong idea. It's the people of Oblivion that we have to thank for our discoveries. I had attempted to access Everkeep's core systems for information on souls, you see. Unsurprisingly, I failed. What's more, an Oblivion member who was monitoring unauthorized access found me. She took me to task, scolding me to never again do something so reckless. When I explained our predicament, however, she kindly shared research data Oblivion had acquired from Origenics. The data was quite difficult to parse, but I managed to find some relevant information. Namely, that the military was well aware of psychonecrosis, having also sought to utilize feral souls. Furthermore, they had developed a method to identify the presence of the affliction. This brings us to our next move. Now that we are privy to this method, we feel that we should use it to diagnose other fighters. They deserve to know if they're ill. It would be risky to alert them. Yes, very. That's why we came to you before taking action. As Metem warned us, the president doesn't take kindly to those who get in his way. He'd be extremely unimpressed if we revealed the secret to those you've yet to fight and caused their withdrawal. Of course, you're still liable to incur the president's ire by becoming grand champion and releasing all the souls in the repository. But we should avoid getting in his crosshairs for as long as we can. That's why I propose we approach only those fighters you've already bested. As they're barred from fighting for a time, it wouldn't have an immediate impact on the championship. There are still risks, however. Every time our fellow fighters use a feral soul, they bring themselves closer to psychonecrosis, including in a match against you. Which is why it's important we tell them the truth as soon as possible, so we can stop that from happening for good. Knowing what the illness has done to Eutrope, it feels nothing less than personal. To begin with, let's reveal the truth to Honey. Despite being rivals, we're actually quite close. Just a moment while I call her. Oh, so I get to do a Honey Be Lovely voice. Lovely.
Yep. It is lovely.
She's busy, as I expected, but can spare a moment for us. She's on her way here now. And now, we wait. Where do we wait?
Yay.
Oh, right in the same destination we were standing in.
Take a big step and twiddle your thumbs.
So what's this about then? I hope it's as urgent as you say it is. Stars! You're serious, aren't you? Could I be afflicted as well? There's a way to diagnose you. Regulators are designed to monitor the state of the wearer's soul. If we connect yours to a terminal, we can confirm whether there are signs of the disease. Please be at ease, Miss Honey. Your soul shows no signs of degradation. Truly? Oh, what a relief. I shudder to imagine how I might be affected by such a dreadful disease. You're fine too, I suppose? You joined the Arcadion well after I did, after all. Well, I haven't gotten any symptoms yet. Yaana was so eager to prove herself, she utilized Feral Souls numerous times when training. So when I examined her, we found that she's on the threshold of developing the disease. For mercy's sake, Yaana! We're forbidden from training with Feral Souls! And knowing what I know now, I'd say it's because the president doesn't want us to die too early. It'd be bad for entertainment. At any rate, neither of us should use Feral Souls again. Which means we can't fight in the Arcadion anymore. All right then, I'll retire. Well, really? I wasn't expecting you to decide so quickly. While I've graced countless magazine covers and concert stages, I never shine so brightly as when I fought in the ring, it's true. But everything I've done was that so I could bask in the adoration of the people. I couldn't do that if I were dead now, could I? So I'll look for another avenue to apply my talents. You can be sure that I'll succeed. After all, I'm Honey Bee Lovely, the brightest star in the sky. Now then, I'm scheduled to appear on a broadcast, so I must be on my way. Thanks for the warning, my dears. You're lifesavers. She really is something else, honey. Right. That leaves one other fighter I'd like to inform. The Brute Bomber, who you defeated to become light heavyweight champion. We're not exactly friends, but I won't abandon him either. He's not likely to answer when called, though, so we'll need to visit him at his home in residential radius 911.
Good. Let's kick his door down.
Let's crash an airship into it.
Don't think it's coincidence that he lives in 911.
Ah.
No, in this case, it's actually pronounced 911. All right, off to the residential districts. All right, we're almost there.
I'll get that fast. Bah.
Bah.
Bah, bah.
All right, here comes Corlash, and we're just waiting on Arya.
Do I have pizza? They're tough. That's why I have so much damn health.
All right, here she comes. All right, let's talk to Yaana. Here we are. Let's hope he's willing to hear us out. Most likely not.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're all so cute. I could eat you up.
Why, thank you.
Oh.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
I was half expecting that. You know, freaking the biggest freaking tough posing guy to be the biggest softie. Why do they flock only to you? It's hardly fair. Well, these are my kittens. If you don't like it, you can go back to your woman. Rub salt in the wound, will you? You know full well she left me. Come on, little ones. Come to me. They're like, fuck you, man.
Especially that Siamese.
Yeah.
That man there is Eutrope's. I mean, that's the champion of the cruiserweight division. This poses a problem. We can't reveal the truth with him here. The blazes are you doing here? You want to get your asses kicked?
Hey, we did that already.
You are Chris, the unenhanced warrior, yes? The Howling Blade at your service. It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope we have the chance to meet in the ring soon. Pleasure's all mine.
I like
the other one.
Lest you wonder, I do not make a habit of wearing a regulator. My parents didn't believe in using them. Yaana and her sisters were raised with similar values, as I recall, before adapting at Eutrope's insistence. However, I still use a regulator in battle like every fighter, except you. I, didn't know the two of you were friends.
Yeah, friends.
Surprised that a reviled heel like him and a beloved face like me get along? Truth is, we've known each other since childhood. Just can't seem to be rid of each other. We both couldn't fit into any of the jobs that were introduced to us and got up to all manner of mischief together. We would have likely carried on like that if the president of Ascension Arcadia hadn't come and taken us in. Though it isn't easy being a fighter, we felt like it was our calling. Believe it or not, he used to be so shy that he could hardly form a sentence. But when he became the brute bomber, it was as if he was reborn. Shut up! They don't need to know that! Thinking back, we owe everything to the Arcadion, to the president. That we do. Well, I've seen the kittens as I had intended, so I'll take my leave now. Till next time, Chris. So what do you want? There's something you need to know. Lies! The president would never!
Lies all the time.
I have the results of the examination. I'm afraid his soul already saw signs of psychonecrosis.
What? That's nonsense!
As the soul is eaten away, it loses its connection to the body, leading to bouts of intense dizziness, the early symptoms of the disease. If left unchecked, the body will continue to weaken until... The Arcadion means a lot to you, I know. It means a lot to me too. But you need to retire. You're already ill. Until we can find a cure, the only way to prevent your condition from worsening is to stop fighting.
Enough! I won't listen to any more of your nonsense! Get out of my sight!
We've done what we could. It's up to him what he does now. Let's go home.
Is it bad that I'm kind of feeling somewhat bad for him?
Well, I mean, I feel bad for him.
All right, anyway, back to Tri-Tails.
The cats are doing their best.
Do you feel bad for actual heels wrestling?
In some cases, yes. It depends on if the story is actually well written or not.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're people, like...
That is true.
I have a feeling of what we should probably do to start curing them. Not that I can do it because story progression.
Yeah.
Get one of the little pigs and start the aether cure.
Because this can't be much different than the,
honestly, I don't think this would be the same as... I don't think psychonecrosis works in the same vein as tempering in this case. Because
but it's aether corruption regardless.
Right.
Not necessarily.
Still,
this is more soul corruption than anything.
It feels like a... Well, that's a pretty fine line. And it feels like a fine line in this.
Oh.
And I'd point out that it worked on the lightning corruption, which wasn't primal.
Well, let's talk to Yaana.
Not only Eutrope, but the brute bomber too. We need to find a cure as soon as we can. According to Eutrope, the remedy is an infusion of an extremely dense soul. That's why she targeted you. The data from Origenics seems to support this. Though it was only a hypothesis, the researchers believed reinforcement from a dense soul could be an effective treatment. But this isn't the solution we seek. We'll find another way. I'll scour an ocean of data if I have to. For all her searching, Eutrope could only find the one cure. Still, something about her actions doesn't sit right with me. The Eutrope I know wouldn't think to save herself at the cost of someone else's life. I can't help but feel she's still hiding something. Hello? Ah, all right. Understood. That was Metem. Cruiserweight matches are ready to begin and he wants us to meet him in the green room. Then best of luck with your next match much, Mr. Chris. And please be safe.
All right, let's hit the Arcadion.
Why? What did it ever do to you?
Well, it's the mere fact that it exists.
Okay. To the Arcadion.
Yep.
Arcadion, Schmarcadion.
Been awaiting your arrival, Chris. Allow me to show you to the green room. Ah, there he is. Now the party can truly begin.
Yay!
That's better. This tramp room was begging for a touch of color. Love your work, by the way. A match with you is sure to be a font of inspiration.
We're gonna get down, you and I. Oh, yes, we are.
Me. It just sounds dirty.
As you'll have surmised, they are your rivals in the cruiserweight division. And I understand you're already acquainted with the champion. Given the situation in the realm, you may have doubts about fighting for entertainment. But it's now most of all that the citizens are in need of a diversion to help them forget their cares. I am counting on you to captivate the audience once more with rousing combat and make the very walls of the Arcadion shake with excitement.
There's easier ways to make them shake.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Yaana?
just drop by the grand companies and pick up some coke for them.
So bad. Anyway.
The fighters in this division are characters too, eh? There's far more to them than their showmanship. As you already know, cruiserweight fighters utilize more potent feral souls. Their attacks pack a heavier punch, so you'll need to brace yourself and be fully prepared.
All right. We are going to take one quick break and we will be back with more. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links. We'll see you in a bit.